Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Bregaton. Continue exploring the Coronis Expanse. Prisoners of Ice. I think this is one we need better augurs for too. I think there's 2 planets that require that. So we already saw the magnetic storm. I thought there was an ice planet. A strange and frightening discovery is made at one of the sites on this frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned to solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open, their hair fanning out behind them. Searchers uncovered nothing that could explain this mystery. Alright, unknown ships. They will soon be known. Lord Captain, an Imperial Navy squadron preparing to engage a pirate mob. The forces of both flotillas are comparable. You wish to intervene. Hailing the commander of the Imperial Navy forces. Who are you trying to kill out there? Greetings, Rogue Trader. We've tracked down a gang of murderers led by the notorious criminal Lucretia van der Roysen. This woman is responsible for many atrocities, including the murder of her own father, the planetary governor of the Imperial world, Salukar. She conspired with the Void Rabble, helped them commit a massacre on her home planet, became their leader. Now she's running amok. I invite you to join me in bringing her to justice. I'm hailing the commander, or the gang boss, or whoever is in charge of you Void scoundrels. Your Lordship, this is Princess Lucretia van der Roysen. I beg you, do not remain on the sidelines. That old ruffian, Admiral Sarhol, is willing to kill thousands of people just to get me. He's not a force of justice. He's obsessed with his own personal desires. He's been stalking me for years. He got my father to agree to our wedding, and even now refuses to give up. Please protect me and the handful of freedom fighters like myself. We don't want to be ruled by tyrants like Sarhol. Yeah, we attacked the Imperial Navy from the rear. Today, I fight for freedom. That seems like the more iconic class thing to do anyway. Pirate sympathizers. You've been identified and will be held to Imperial justice. Boxcaster emits a loud crack, as if it had been thrown against a wall. I think I sided with the Imperial forces last time, so it's also a nice change of pace. Maybe I didn't get involved. I don't recognize this fight. That's a heck of a ship right there. What you get ships that size? All right. Just squeeze in here real quick. What's going on, guys?
Their fate awaits them.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be in the thick of things like I am. It just seems like a really bad idea. I've lost half my health. Just get right through his ship. I probably should have hung back, but I really like being in the middle of things. I even treat void ship battles like melee brawls. It's a heck of a ship, though. Alright.
Clumsy and fragile.
Take it easy,
No
guys.
match for
We're in trouble.
Azuriani craftsmanship.
Used to be able to open up this and repair it during combat. Yeah, we should hang back anyway. Let them do a lot more of the work.
We broke their shield, Lord Captain.
That was a weird sound. I'm guessing those are really good against doesn't specify. But I assume it'd be really good against like torpedoes and squadrons. Alright, go get them, boys. Time to wrap this up.
None will lament their demise.
Ooh, fighter's deck. Allows Fury Interceptors to be launched through torpedo tubes. Fury Interceptor wing consists of 4 attack craft, each equipped with a heavy laser turret. Neat. I don't know if that's better than torpedoes. Sniper's bravado. Your Lordship, I cannot tell you how grateful I am. Please accept my sincere appreciation and a shuttle with gifts. In addition to the spoils taken from the defeated enemy, the presents include a very special item. The old bastard Sarhol was very proud to possess it. I'll send word of your kindness to all corners of the Expanse. Let the Fellowship of the Void know that you're a friend of the free people. Profit factor, Sniper's bravado. So whenever the wearer's single-shot range attack deals damage equal to 2 or more than 25% of the target's maximum wounds, this attack randomly inflicts blinded, staggered, or slowed on that target for 1 round. And 1000 reputation with Fellowship of the Void. Where will you go now? To a place where there are no ranks, no authority, no tyrants, no arranged marriages. I hope our paths will cross again one day, but for now, I bid you farewell. Oh, we didn't have a... Has to be a new encounter, because I don't remember that encounter at all. Granted, I could have just stayed back last time. I never got a fighter squadron my first playthrough. Or if I did, I chose torpedoes over it. When the Rogue Trader ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with the hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An Explorator Lex Mechanic who introduces himself as Service Unit 42 passionately inquires how the station can be of use to the Rogue Trader. Alright, I propose a trade of resources with the Explorators. Upon consulting data from the station's main cogitator, Lex Mechanic Service Unit 42 confirms that the station requires rare transuranium elements or natural gas for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the Rogue Trader anything in exchange at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representative on Footfall will certainly repay him for his aid. I give transuranium elements to the Adeptus Mechanicus. The station thanks the Rogue Trader for his cooperation, presents him with several containers of unused reserves as a token of its gratitude. Leave the Explorator station. I guess we could hop back to, Footfall. Get paid for that. We're where we need to be at, so we just travel here. The bridges throw me with the sound of endless officer reports, the hum of ancient mechanisms, and the buzz of servo engines. Among the usual servants bustling to and fro, the Lord Captain notices a flash of flame-red hair. Posed a question to me not long ago, Ellen Talk. Now I'm here to present you with my answer. With fluid grace, Yrliet emerges from the shadows of the captain's bridge. Her face seems to glow under the lumen light, her expression slightly more pensive than usual. Remind me, what is it that I asked you? Or what is it I asked you? Excuse me, I had to sneeze. We talked about how we each see the world in our own way. You're eager to know how Adari see the world. You still wish to hear the answer. Of course, if you're ready to give it. Then listen closely to my answer, Ellen Talk. You may struggle to comprehend what is to be said, being accustomed to reveling in your own might, and skewing the world to suit yourself. Pitch your understanding not toward my words, but the sense that lies hidden in the shade of their sounds. Yrliet half closes her eyes, her words unfurling slowly, melodically. Try to split the world into pieces, to fragment it, into light and dark, truth and lies, self and other. I see the world as a single whole, and in this lies its simplicity and complexity. It's not enough simply to see the world and hear its voices. You must understand it. Think of the Leviathan, the world on which our paths crossed. What is it truly? What is its essence? The Leviathan's magnificence comes not from the green of its vast forests, or from the depths of its waters. Its beauty is in the word, and the way it dances on the tongue, and even you, Ellen Talk, can sense it. Try. Say the word slowly, delicately, casting aside all stray thoughts. Feel. Perhaps then you will see. Close your eyes, empty your mind, speak the word, Leviathan. The word around you fades, and your perception instantly narrows, coming to a single point of focus on the tip of your tongue. Bleh. Your tongue delicately tickles the roof of your mouth. The sound slips along your throat with incredible silkiness, warming as it goes like a sip of fresh recap. Leia. The tip of your tongue touches the same place again, and air softly rushes from your chest. The sound like the susurration of leaves as the wind weaves through a forest canopy. Then, your tongue taps your front teeth, and a gentle vibration spreads through your body, sending a shiver along your spine. Guarded interest gleams in Yrliet's eyes when your gazes meet again. I think I am beginning to understand. Your words are sincere, Owlcat, and you are capable of seeing more than you do now. Instead of the lifeless clamor of monstrous mechanisms, the roar of engines, and the discordant voices of your followers, I hear an attentive silence. It arises in moments of spiritual serenity, and in that stillness we become witnesses to the transformations of our own inner world. Mankai lives pass so swiftly. You rush through them for the sake of a chosen goal. The thoughts of transience and loss frighten you, so you drive such thoughts away and drown yourselves in the daily tumult. But it is from fleeting moments, which enter our lives and quickly vanish from them, that the soul's fortress grows. A moment's blooming, an hour's wilting. The splendor of each lies in its ephemerality. So too the memories of those who have left our side no longer walk the path with us. And in you, Owlcat, I see much more than just another Mankai. Your true essence lies in your will, which is capable of changing the world around you and within you. It lies in your ability to create and understand your creation, and in your ability to destroy. It lies in what your kin's minds cannot grasp, what their primitive sight cannot behold. But I can see it. I never expected to hear you say such things in reference to me. I am but speaking the truth, Owlcat. However, I ask you not to make the mistake typical of your kind. My words contain no insinuation nor any call for you to act. Your soul shines brightly in this world. I see you. This will never change. That is all. Thank you for telling me how you see the world. And what do you make of it, Owlcat? How differently do you see the world? I also see something greater in the world around me, something deeper than the outer guise of things. And what does that mean? Yrliet asks, with all her attention focused on your words. I see the suffering of those around me, and it compels me to act. If you speak of our soul's ability to overcome hardship, then the experience of suffering does indeed become a symbol of our abiding strength and inner growth, and it gives hope that we can overcome life's trials. Yrliet says nothing for a time, silently watching you from under her half-lowered lids. Now that we have each shared our truth about this world, I'd like to know if your thoughts about me align with those of your kin, Owlcat, or if you see me differently. I see you as an intelligent and highly dangerous being, an ally at present. I accept your answer, Owlcat, as long as you do not attempt to get under my skin or demand something else of me. She places particular emphasis on the last few words. I will go now, Owlcat. Guide your steel-winged bird. Alright, so now we try and make a path back to both the Yanis system and... So we should have one between Yanis and, There's Yanis. We already have a green path. I don't have one to... Foulstone. We do have to go back to Foulstone every now and then. May as well make that safe. Lord Captain, your plan was a success. Our provocation against Nemesite and the killing of the traitor Adalbert has brought out all the rest of them. My forces have captured a number of suspicious individuals and beaten the truth out of them. That scum Nemesite wishes to avenge his mentor's death and plans to raid the ceremony of the officer's anointment. Since the impious Adalbert has turned out to be an apostate, it is a new confessor's duty to ensure that the officers retake their oath to the God Emperor. Additionally, the ceremony is attended by the officers' families, and it is they who are the target of the mutineer. He wishes to slaughter all the ship's elite in one fell swoop. I have ordered a trap to be set for Nemesite. Would you like to be personally involved in the operation? What kind of trap? We'll replace the civilians with enforcers and their relatives of the appropriate age. Dress them all in their formal clothes and hide their weapons underneath. When Nemesite tries to strike, he'll find only cruel disappointment, for the last time in his worthless life. Wait, the appropriate age? Are there going to be elderly and youths present? It is necessary for the sake of secrecy. Let me assure you, all my people will gladly risk their families for the good of the Von Valances dynasty, without fear or hesitation. I will attend the ceremony. Hear a burst of interference, followed by Cabela joining the channel. Damadani Dawson. Whispers of death are uttering the name of Nemesite ever more loudly. I must meet the enemy face to face. Very well. We'll capture him together. So be it. Cabela's voice is quiet, yet somehow even more grim and ominous than usual. Gonna make us do it right now. I want to do it right now. The rows of disguised enforcers are listening to the Confessor's words in silence. All around you are Sarabak's chosen people, each dressed as a member of the officers' families. Close by, a kind-looking old woman is fumbling with a starched handkerchief, or a handkercher. Catching your eye, she smiles with a mouth that is missing half its teeth, then whispers, "Everything is going as planned, your lordship." Look at the participants in the ceremony. The facade is holding, with everyone playing their role perfectly. The Master-at-Arms must have instructed them thoroughly and showed them how best to conceal their weapons. All of them were wearing their best, even you cannot tell where they are hiding their armaments. And who might you be, Madam Matriarch? Belinda Troughtgold, your lordship. Transferred from the enforcers with the rank of senior lieutenant to the staff of your lordship's quarters, on account of my age and declining health. But as you can see, there's no such thing as a former enforcer. A friendly smile stretches across her bloodless lips. Why would Sarabak entrust my safety to someone so advanced in years? I guess the Master-at-Arms remembers how Belinda used to be the best shot among the enforcers back in the day. He knows that my eye and hand have not diminished over the years. I spent 40 years on duty, and to this day, I can tell if a man is carrying a contraband in his pockets just by the way he is walking. I am grateful to Mr. Sarabak for the honor. I don't want to die in my bed. Let me fall in battle, defending the Lord Captain and crushing traitors. Belinda gives an imperious yet absent-minded nod, and dabs her eyes with a handkercher. I am bored. Perhaps you might amuse me with a story. Of the stories I could tell, I remember in the early days of my time in service, someone started poisoning the food in the kitchen. We couldn't catch the vermin, so I came up with an idea to get into a vat of protein porridge and catch them unawares. I was a small and skinny little thing. I climbed into the vat and sat there up to my neck in porridge. I waited a long time before someone lifted the lid. It wasn't one of the kitchen servants, but a man twice my size, carrying a bag of foul-smelling stuff. And that was it. I got him by the shoulders and dunked him into the porridge. Held the brute down until he passed out. The Master-at-Arms back then, he lauded my ingenuity and commended me for apprehending the poisoner. He also took the cost of the porridge out of my wages. Perhaps you should have climbed into an empty vat. You're not wrong, but I was young and foolish and thought only if I might nab the culprit. You could have drowned an innocent man in porridge. What kind of innocent man would skulk about a kitchen where food is being poisoned? If he wasn't a saboteur, he was a thief. Either way, he wasn't there to season the porridge, that's for sure. What a delightful tale. Give me another. I'm afraid we don't have time, Lord Captain. We must be vigilant. The treacherous scum is about to reveal himself. The ceremony comes to an end. The vows are given. The forehead of every officer is graced with a touch of the confessor. Now comes the moment for the closing prayer. And may the God Emperor protect us. A loud and menacing voice booms through the hall, cutting short the sacred words. But not today.
You mercy, but I will grant none.
Spare none of them!
The Sire's song guides me.
Follow my lead! Done! I must not falter. Duty prevails!
As the tenets demand, let your soul be purged. I shall not. I cannot serve you in this way.
As you can. Sure.
Show me what you've got! Time to slaughter someone!
I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Hold on! Die! 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 I won't go down easy.
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Let's see to it.
Oh, that was Rot.
Didn't flinch.
Scared yet?
Let's get to it! My faith strengthens me. Oh, follow my lead.
Success is the only outcome I accept. It's as good as done.
High momentum.
At your beck and call. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. At your beck and call. It will be done. Target well struck. No matter the cost.
Arms, faithful souls. A tyranny ends today. Oh.
Indeed.
Let's make it quick. Out of my way.
I've suffered worse.
May the faith.
Prepare the way for ascension! Moving out!
Death comes in silence.
Alright, she needs to get away from them, but might kill her. Or not.
This tedium is beneath me. I am not your Z ancestors. Guide me. If it serves your cause.
As the Emperor commands,
I do wish more of these events didn't like shoehorn you into them immediately. You get an option to go to the location instead. It's like take you back to the bridge, but then you can travel to the officer's deck to attend the ceremony.
But of course, Lord Captain. I won't object to it. Naturally.
Stay vigilant.
On it. Who if not me?
At your beck and call. I will do my duty. Victory is imminent. Indeed.
Almost got him with the bleed.
Weather the storm!
As honor ordained. Trust me. The shadows will see it done.
Faith without deeds is worthless. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Alright, not too shabby. Let's see if we take this guy out. That would be awesome.
For the throne's
Not very good
glory.
odds of hitting him, though.
Throne take you. But of course, Lord Captain.
Weapon at the ready.
I'll see to it personally.
Onwards!
Okay, cool. Back to the bleed. Let's have this dweeb to take care of, who's hard to hit.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
High momentum.
I'm done with this
Hey, we
one.
got him. I knew we had it. A Nemesite is crouching on the ground, clutching at the bleeding wound under his ribs. His tortured body is still strong, and everything in his posture expresses a will to fight on. The red scarf no longer covers his face, and the vigilante grins at you with bloody teeth. Weak. I have yet to be impressed. Bright familiar eyes of the flute player from the lower decks glints with boldness. The humble swindler who used to play tricks on fools with the help of his trained rat now nods at you mockingly. I've been waiting for this meeting, Lord Captain. You're all covered by the broken goggles. Hairless skull is bulging with massive growths. However, the mutant nature of your enemy is just as quickly betrayed by an even more unsettling feature. The third arm growing out of his torso. You watch as its fingers deftly empty the drum of a stub revolver and load it with fresh rounds. I know you. You're the fortune peddler from the freight line who entertained the rabble with games and music. Not only them, as you can see, also sang glorious songs about the cruelty of the officers, the callousness of the Lord Captain, and the bravery of the selfless Nemesite. Nobody ever notices the pathetic little flute player who always carries a few ration cards for bribing enforcers, do they? Hiding in the shadows of your rotten kingdom was far too easy. Vile mutant, you're an insult to the human form. Nemesite shrugs, all three of his arms moving with deadly grace, a deadly grace. Fate has rewarded me with the ability to kill 3 of your mutts at once instead of 2. I'm truly blessed. You lost. Your battle for the ship's freedom is at an end. Do you have any last words before you die? Nemesite laughs derisively. Freedom. I care nothing for freedom or for the throngs willing to offer their necks to your yoke. I will not die for these wretches. I will gladly pay for your demise with my life. Both you and your drudges come from the same rotten root. That is why you're so easy to fool. Nemesite and his march against authority are just a fancy story to tell the rabble. A convenient tool for recruiting the wronged and the dispossessed. In truth, all of you must die and make way for those who are truly worthy. More pure, more pious, more courageous than any of you ever were. Was the man who raised you just as foolish, and likely to believe in a fairy story? Did you use him too? No, Adalbert believed in what I believe. He was just as willing to sacrifice himself as I am. You disgusted him, and I'm proud that he was able to deal such a blow against your paltry authority. You sound like a fanatic who simply wishes to die in the name of something greater than himself. Death is hardly a price. Everyone dies sooner or later. I've given my idea so much more. I've given it my life, every day that I can remember. That idea is so simple. You and your people must go, perish in the blood and the filth that you so eagerly spew forth, so that something worthy can take your place, something that is pleasing to the one true God. And you do not care if you see it with your own eyes. All you strive to be is a pebble on the road. Cabela does not ask, she proclaims, as she looks at Nemesite with a strange expression. Yes, the caustic mockery vanishes from Nemesite's face for a brief moment. And by becoming a pebble, I'll support the feet of all those who walk this road into the future. You're just another spawn of the aberration cult I eradicated, aren't you? An angry grimace twists his face. Yes, and I'll punish you for that blasphemy. For every pure soul you purged, and for desecrating the body of our God. He blessed me once, and called on me to be a Nemesite and clear a path for the children of the many-armed Emperor. You have done the unthinkable. You'll pay here and now, because the dead are hungry for vengeance. Raise your voice menacingly. You lied to people, condemned them to death, and for that you'll be punished. I'll speak on behalf of those you have brought to ruin. Something in your voice causes Nemesite's sneer to fade, and his gun to shake, but only for a moment. As you have appropriated their names and memories as well, how fitting, use people even in death. Prepare to fight. You'll be the last Nemesite this ship ever sees. I'll make sure of it. Aren't you a little overconfident? Nemesite casts a glance at the stub revolver in his hand, then back at you. You're right in front of me. My gun is loaded. I believe this tune is not quite finished yet. Feels like time has become viscous and is slowly slowing you down. You see the bloody hand of Nemesite raise the weapon, and your body reacts of its own accord. There's no time to deliberate. You draw your weapon and point the barrel at Nemesite, but he is already aiming his own at you. A malevolent grin spread over his face. The two black muzzles stare into each other. The world around you narrows to a thin line. Cabela emerges nearby like a shadow, blade gleaming menacingly in her hand. She hisses softly, ready to pounce. It is your thread that will break today, and no other. Save your message for your false god when you meet him, servant of death. I'm glad I get to take you both down at once. The second gun is now pointing at Cabela. I vow that your murderous sect will fall along with the Lord Captain. Exchange glances with Cabela. Cabela is watching you out of the corner of her eye. She does not utter a word, but in her posture, and the cold look on her face, the subtle glint of her blades, you read every movement of the deadly dance she is about to perform. Meanwhile, her slightly shifted gaze tells you that she is reading your tactics just as clearly. Nemesite will stand no chance when you two act as one. You're just another mutinous scum. I cannot even begin to recall how many rebels like you I've sentenced to death. Honestly, calm in your voice proves more effective than any threat. Standing before an implacable placable judge, even this most foolhardy of mutants succumbs to momentary fear. enough to cause the aim of his pistol to veer off slightly. I am delivering verdicts today, and yours will be the first. Tense silence falls, for all the words have been spoken. At last Nemesite says quietly, "It's time. Farewell, Lord Captain." The acerbic smile vanishes from his face. Instead, his demeanor turns cold, collected, calm, with the indifferent grimace of a skull. Time stops for a moment, and then, as if tossed by a blast wave, the events fly forward like murderous shrapnel. Nod to Cabela, and act in tandem to deceive the enemy. You and Cabela move almost as one, but the maneuver lacks coordination and precision. You hear a gunshot, and you attack the enemy with a furious cry. Once your heartbeat calms down and your breathing evens out, you realize that the bullet that was meant for you has somehow failed to hit its mark. Cabela is standing next to you, still breathing heavily as she wipes her blade. A scarlet stain is spreading quickly along her side, blood soaking her clothes and trickling down to the floor. Nemesite's head lies severed at her feet. It is over. She got IMG her shield. She suffers -10 of toughness. Oh, okay. Bella used her body to cover her Daemon from Nemesite's shot, suffering a grave wound as a result. Look at the corpse. The decapitated body lies motionless on the deck. The cut at the neck stares back at you from the grotesquely distorted ridge of its spine. The power of the folk myth fades into the air like the smoke billowing from the muzzle of his stub revolver. There may still be genetic aberrations on board. We celebrated our victory too early. We will find and kill them too. If they are still breathing, they are offending the Undying One. That will be remedied shortly. Cabela, are you injured? What? I am, but it matters not. Bella looks indifferently at the bloody hole in her side. This bullet was never meant to cut my thread, for it belongs to you. It did not harm me. Cabela looks at Nemesite's body with an incomprehensible expression, but he tried. Such was his idea, and he remained committed to it until his last breath. His was a good death. Thus ends the struggle of Nemesite. Bella picks up the severed head from the deck and gazes into its extinguished eyes with a strange wistfulness. The struggle is not people. The struggle is ideas. The people are merely their vessels, carriers of the struggle. I need to reflect on his death, Daemon. I need to stand before the Undying One and hear his blessed whisper. We can discuss what happened after.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Relics of Unknown Saints. When the wearer has less than 50% wounds, every second attack against him is automatically dodged. The effect lasts for up to 2 rounds. Promise of Retribution. This weapon deals additional ballistic skill bonus direct damage to the target for each stack of fatigue suffered by that target. Oh, a Promise of Freedom. Every hit from this weapon inflicts +1 stack of fatigue to the target for 1 round if the target fails toughness resistance tests. Cool. The aberration dared violate the sacred ceremony and was obliterated. Retribution has been served. Alright, well I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll return to the bridge, speak to Cabela, level up, and continue mapping our way back to Footfall. But for now, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.